Although the YU Torah Mitzion Kollel is an Orthodox institution, I'm about to do something pretty unorthodox. See, generally in a video Vort, all of the Rabbanim in the Kollel give one Dvar Torah, but I couldn't make up in my mind. Two of my favorite Divrei Torah in this week's Parshat, Parshas Korach, and I wanted to share them both with you. The first, Parshas Korach, you ask any kid who comes home from school and ask him, what was the greatest miracle that happened in this week's Parsha? And they would all answer that the ground opened up and swallowed Korach Vadaso. Korach Vadaso came, and they yelled at Moshe Rabbeinu, how do we know that you and Aaron are really the leaders of Bnei Israel? Maybe we should be the leaders. And because they were rebel-rousing, Hashem opened up the ground and they were swallowed up, they were killed. But Bnei Israel wasn't convinced. They were all worrying, they were wondering, are Moshe and Aaron really the correct leaders? So Moshe Rabbeinu said, everyone put your stick down. Everyone put your staff down. Whoever's staff blossoms, so the owner of that staff will be the leader of Klal Yisrael. And we all know that the staff of Aaron blossomed, the little almond blossomed on top of the staff. And then everyone said, oh, it must be that Aaron's our leader, Moshe and Aaron are our leaders. Asks Rav Leibel Eger, does this make any sense? The first miracle of the ground opening up was blatantly more dramatic and terrifying than a little almond blossoming on top of a staff. Why was it that the second one was so much more convincing? Rav Leibel Eger says that when it comes to leading people, we can't lead by terrifying them and being destructive and scaring people into doing what we want. The best way to lead people is to show that this is in your best interest and you're going to grow. The almond blossoming on the top of the staff indicated that the leadership of Moshe and Aaron was a type of leadership that was beneficial to the rest of Klal Yisrael. They were all going to grow from the leadership of Moshe and Aaron. That's Vort number one. As Rav Soloveitchik used to say, wilt Nacht, you want more? Let me ask you a question. How many days off do you take a year? Because in Parshas Korach, we learned that Bnei Israel is to support the Kohanim, Shevet Levi. We have to give them Trumas and Maishos, Manas Kahuna, Manas Levim. We have to support them so that they have food to eat. Because they're busy the whole entire year. Now, what were they doing? So we would say, well, they were working in the Beis HaMikdash. However, the Meshech Chochmah of Meir Simcha HaKohen Midvinsk points out, he says, if you look at the Rambam, there were 24 rotations of Kohanim and they each worked 1 week. So 24 plus 24 is 48, plus Yomim Tovim, so it's about 2 weeks plus Yomim Tovim. However, he says, if you look at the Rambam, each mishmar, each rotation was broken up into subcategories. And really, each Kohen worked 1 day a week within his rotation, which means they're working 2 days plus Yomim Tovim the whole entire year. And because of that, we have to support them? How's that work? How's that fair? We don't take off 2 days a year? How many of us take off? Of course. What does that mean the Kohanim can't work? So says the Meshech Chochmah, what were they doing the rest of the year? They were learning Torah. They were davening. All in preparation for encountering the Shekhinah. All in preparation for going into the Mikdash. Experiencing the Hashras Shekhinah and doing the Avodah in the Beis HaMikdash. The Kohanim couldn't be working the rest of the year because they were spending the entire year getting ready to encounter the Shekhinah. Now many of us aren't Kohanim. And even those amongst us who are Kohanim, we don't have a Beis HaMikdash. What's the takeaway for us? Says the Meshech Chochmah, just like the Kohanim needed to prepare in order to experience and encounter the Shekhinah, so to us, when we learn Torah and when we daven, or when we have Shabbos and Yom Tovim, we need to prepare. We need to think a little bit. What are we about to do? What are we about to encounter? We're about to learn Dvar Hashem. We're about to speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're about to sit at the Shabbos table or in the Sukkah with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's incumbent upon us to take just a minute or two, at least, to think about what we're about to do. And hopefully when we do that, that'll greatly enhance the experience so much more. Have a great Shabbos.